Alright, good morning ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are on the stairs again. I don't really have a good reason why, but we've been doing stairs. No, so this week we've been doing a lot of walking, but I don't know, I kind of don't really mind it. So yeah, besides that, what else did I do today? Uh, Yesterday was quite the stream. We did a lot of long videos yesterday. Yesterday we did like half an hour of a new researcher, and then we did like nearly 2 hours of a horror game, and then StarCraft, which was like 1 hour. Because of course there's no arc so far. It's interesting on the TV. It's literally Hitler and Jews on the TV. Looks like a history TV show, but it's showing German soldiers dressing up right now. Is there anything to talk about? Not really. That horror game was like $10, but I think it's really worth it. It was like $10, but it gave a really nice video that will be remembered for well, I don't know how long. But that was a really pretty cool video. Yeah, so StarCraft 2, we're gonna uninstall that game. We tried, but nah, not good at that game. I'm sure with practice, sure, but yeah, nah, I'm good. Also, when I'm playing those type of games, I really just stay quiet and focus. There's nothing really to comment right now. Well, no, there is, in the new video research thing, the series kind of looks interesting, so we'll continue it, even though episode 1 is 1 hour and 30 minutes long, and we only watched like up to 12 minutes, 12 to 16 minutes, and we've already spent like 30 minutes. But that's because when you're producing content and not just mindlessly consuming, it takes a lot longer to break down the video, because we're not just consuming the anime, we're producing our own analysis based on it, so it takes a bit longer. What's the temperature today? Pretty hot. No hunting and fishing either. My apologies if some of the vlogs recently the audio sounds bad, because I checked, I think yesterday as well, the mic audio was on default without noise cancelling, so you can hear a lot more background noise than usual. But it's okay, I can fix it with post editing powers. What? The treadmill broke. It just turned off. I broke the machine. Oh, it's back up again. What? Hmm. We were going 13 speed, and then it just stopped. Huh. What a shame. We didn't even get to see our stats. The treadmill just crashed. Maybe because I don't know why. Oh well. It is what it is. We were like 1.5 miles or something. All of a sudden it stopped. There's nothing really to talk about right now, besides the fact that we were running a bit, and then the treadmill broke, and that's about it. Still got today off before we head on to an actual arc series again. So, yeah, I wonder what today's going to be. Well, obviously today's going to be quite chill, because, our back day is always chill, you know. We've got the goat, then we've got some cooldowns and stuff like that. And of course, like I always say, golden hour is always pretty good here. It's pretty good. What else is there to say? Yeah, I uninstalled StarCraft 2. Nah, I'm good. We could play the campaign again, but no, I'm good. And what else did I play? Oh, yeah, there's Overwatch 2. No, Overwatch. We're gonna revisit Overwatch for a bit, see what's up, see if the PC can handle it. I've only really played Overwatch on the PlayStation 4. I never played it on the PC before, and I don't think there's any other games. We could buy more horror games. Those was quite nice. It's kind of like a treat because the amount of horror games there are is not very much. So, especially since it's from Chiller's Art. That one we bought, no, the one we played yesterday was from Chiller Art, and it was one of the ones I'd never seen on YouTube before. So, but there is definitely some classic Chiller Art ones that are on YouTube, but I gotta stop myself from watching it on YouTube, or then I won't get the same reaction. So, yeah, that's the thing about being a creator. If you're creative, you shouldn't be watching other creators because then you're gonna either download their framework or you're gonna know what's gonna happen in the game to a degree. So you want to try to be as raw as possible. Yeah, you want to try to be as raw as possible. Create your own style, create who you are, because it's not about the game. It's actually just about who you are. Because I don't think there's anything to talk about. We haven't really had a topic to like seriously talk about in a while, to be honest. It's like I remember we used to do ecosystem talks, right? But I'm pretty sure that's pretty rare. Not rare, but it's like maybe I mention it maybe once a month. But it's like you guys should already know about ecosystems, and it is what it is. No light without dark. You know, it's a pretty simple concept to understand. Anomalies and all that stuff, but we rarely talk about it because it's like I already said it. Is there anything else? Not really. Again, not too much hunting and fishing. I think the main reason is because when we do hunting and fishing, right, it's like I only like doing it in the morning. I never really like doing hunting and fishing in the afternoon. I mean, of course, there's benefits, right? If I do it early in the morning, then I have to delay my entire morning schedule to the afternoon. But if I go fishing in the afternoon, I've already done everything in the morning. I think the only annoying thing in the afternoon is probably the fact that there's actually not really too much downside to the afternoon. The only real downside about the afternoon is just the traffic. Yeah, the traffic is probably like the worst thing about the afternoon fishing. Like getting to the spot will take a while because of traffic, and especially coming back home will take the longest. It will take the longest. Yeah, there's a lot of different styles of YouTube fishing we can do. We can do a lot of tripod style videos, or we can do POV videos. There was this YouTuber I did saw who's like Japanese, and his Japanese style is pretty cool. Of course, we're not on that. We're nowhere near that level of that Japanese style, but this Japanese will literally get dropped off by a boat on a literal island, and then he screws the rod holders into the rocks, and then fishes for grouper, and that's a pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It makes me want to bait fish again. Seeing the rod tilt downwards. I know a spot we could do that. The only problem about that spot is that it's not very private. It's very public, and eh, I mean we could always like we could probably try fish today in the afternoon. It's not like we have we don't even have any schedules today. It might be a bit more content than Overwatch, anyways. So maybe we will do some hunting and fishing. Definitely not surf casting. Surf casting's too far away and the tide's not right. Yeah, but yeah, we could definitely try. I know a good, decent spot, but the only problem is that actually there's not really any problems. It's pretty. I think the problem with bait fishing is that it's not. Matter of fact, I haven't actually recorded ourselves doing a bait fishing. I mean, we have recorded ourselves doing, you know, lure fishing and surf casting, but I don't think I've actually shown you guys an actual proper bait fishing video where I have a tripod camera facing the rods and a. I'm probably going to use a Nick cam. I might use a Nick cam rather than a head cam. It actually really depends. But yeah, we actually might do some hunting and fishing today now that I think about it. I'm also kind of craving it because I do want to, but the wind's going to be. I'll try. I'll see if I can find a decent spot. I think I do know some spots, but I'm not sure how strong the fish is in there. But also, I don't even know what time to be there. And high tide is, it'll be like incoming tide. Maybe I'll see about it. I'm a bit, I'm a bit hesitant now because I need to check the tides and the wind. And I'm not sure if I want to do it in the morning or in the afternoon, but I think we'll have a look later. I'll turn on the hotspot and have a little browse when we're doing the back. Sounds like a plan. I'll do some quick research. I was thinking about it yesterday, but I didn't. Instead, I just watched the researcher. No, I just did a researcher video instead, which is quite interesting. But it looks like it's going to be a kids show because it's got 3 seasons. So I'm not sure how long that researcher day is going to last. Also, there's one thing I do know that is that this place is kind of smelly. It seems like the shit smell is actually slow. It's not here yet, but it lingers. Yeah, it definitely. There's definitely like a lingering shit smell. Because when I was driving here, I did smell a little bit of shit. So that means that the sewage smell might be might be coming back, and we might have to abort this place yet again. Sometimes aborting the place is quite nice because it gives us a bit of variation. Sometimes a bit of variation is quite nice. Something different. Dopamine. Alright, you know the drill. Unfortunately, it looks like the goat is. We're gonna have to do a whole bunch of renovation for the goat because there is like 3 plates on this thing. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of re. Okay, I see. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a lot of renovation. It's all good stuff. Looks like there's like 3 plates in this thing. Okay, well, renovation's done. Moved a bunch of stuff. Well, I was gonna do research on the conditions soon. Let me just drink water and stuff. Done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end. I'm gonna have to quickly turn on the hotspot so I could check the thing. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is we're actually gonna check it later. I'll just drink water now. We'll just drink the water now and stuff. I'll check the weather stuff later when I can actually talk. 4 5s. So I'll check the stuff later. It looks like Golden Hour is pretty decent. It's just unfortunate that we can do the weather stuff later. I guess all we can do is just drink water right now until we're done. I have to go. I think our times are slightly different because getting to this place is a lot faster than the other areas. It looks like we're going to, after the goat, it looks like we're going to have to go to the lab machine instead. We're going to go to the lab machine because I want to talk a bit loudly. And then you're going to need optimal. No, there's no. The thing about this place with Golden Hour is that I can choose where we go. And currently it looks like, I think it's like the first time in Golden Hour where everything's populated in one section. So we're gonna move. Right, we must migrate somewhere else. I used to use this machine quite a lot. We could just use this one. But yeah, why not? We've rarely used this one much. It is kind of close, but yeah. I used to use this all the time. This one here. In the in a different location, I used to use this all the time as like a really good beginner of back day. It's not bad actually. This one's not bad, so I'm gonna use it. It's a plate loaded one, so a lot of renovation for this one. Damn, these plates are like covered in chalk. Someone with chalk was using these, so a lot of chalk. Okay, finally. Alright, let's finally use this thing. It's been a while since I've used this. I don't know how long I've been, but it's too light. Golden hour is not in our favor today. Where is the template? Golden hour is nowhere near in our favor today. I wouldn't even call it golden hour. Actually, maybe it is golden hour, but it's a bit too populated in the areas. As much as I like golden, okay, no, this is why this gym's still goat though. So we could just move. So it's not even that bad. See, look, right here in golden hour, everything's pretty empty. It's just that it seems like it's very, very populated over there. There's like, I mean, when I was doing the goat, there was someone without any headphones, so no sound barrier, and they were like a couple feet away from me. And yeah, there's like above 5 fingers now, but they're all populated in this one area. So I'm just gonna abandon the area. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But that's kind of the beauty about this gym is that even though it's a lot of people, you can always just avoid everyone and just wander around. So now we've avoided the populated area, and now we're kind of in the isolated area where no one's gonna really hear us. Okay. Oh yeah, was gonna go check the weather. I'm back. Data is here. Excellent. Okay, I guess we'll go check the conditions today. The conditions are, first of all, we're gonna go check the tides, and the tides are, if we're gonna be doing, if we're gonna do bait fishing, high tide is, it looks like the lowest tide is at 8:32. Okay, and it looks like high tide is at 2:33. So if we want to fish the outgoing, we're gonna have to go at 6:30, preferably earlier. So that's kind of like after eating, after eating in 30 minutes. Okay, but we need to check the wind now. So if we really wanted to go bait fishing, we would go around 6 something. The wind is 9 knots, 10 knots, 12 knots at 7 to 14 knots. No, it's above, as much as I don't, the tide's okay, the river flow's also okay. It's the river flow is okay. The only the river flow is good. The only thing about it is the wind is wind. It's windy. That's kind of the only. The wind is kind of the only problem. I didn't have a timer on it. Whoops. It looks like the river's okay. It really is just the wind. But you know what? You know what happens when it's windy? The wind doesn't affect the fish at all. Just saying. Yeah, the wind does not affect the fish at all. The wind only affects our setup. Yeah, but if we're bait fishing, because look, the wind doesn't affect the fishing. No, the wind doesn't affect the fish, but the wind affects our rods and setups, which means, you know, yeah, that's true. So as much as the wind doesn't affect the fishing, it literally affects everything else. It will affect the cameras, the tripods. It'll affect the bait rods. It'll also affect our setup, the buckets, the bait, the lines. The wind will cause everything to fly everywhere. Plus, also, if we're bait fishing on the dock, then if anything falls in the water, it's GG. And also, the lines will be always moving around. Like the wind will always be blowing the rod tips, making it even harder to tell what's going on. It also will make the bells ring. So we're gonna have to call it off. That's my that's my conclusion right there. That's the conclusion. Yes, the conditions are good for the fish, but when it comes to our setup and filming, the wind's not worth it. It's not worth it, especially because the bait fishing spots we have are wide open. So, but we can go lure fishing though. That's for sure. If we really wanted, we can definitely do lure fishing. The conditions are good for lure fishing because the wind's blowing our lure outwards. So yeah, so technically we can do lures. It's a The conditions are good for lures, but okay, I'm a bit indecisive here. We can technically go lure fishing. It's pretty good conditions for lure fishing because the wind will not affect the lures because we'll be using a different setup. It won't be bait at all. It will just be a rod, reel, and we'll be there at like six to 6:30. Shouldn't be that hard considering that you know setting up for lure fishing is incredibly easy. I'll just pick a standard rod and then just grab a bunch of blue lures. And then when it's sunrise as well. Yeah, that sounds pretty simple to me. Plus, I don't think there'll be many people there. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't exactly know. We can go lure fishing, I guess. We're just gonna have to quite. Oh, I forgot it's right here. Next machine's literally right here. Whoops, completely forgot. But yeah, we can definitely. I need to think about it because I want to use a neck mount, but the neck mount is all the way in a different location, and I can't really access that in the morning. So we're gonna have to just do without the neck mount. Whoever uses this machine sprayed their perfume all over this thing. We also need to drink the water as well. But the thing is, I wasn't even looking towards doing lures. I was looking towards doing bait. Crazy. Okay. 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 I've got the plan. Got the plan done. We will go hunting today. We are going to be okay. Yeah. All right. Fine. That's it's sorted. Conditions are good for hunting with lures. So what we're going to do is finish this. Gonna do Alpha 3 regime, and then I'm probably gonna eat a much faster food. So oats and milk, fast. And then I'm thinking it's gonna be a frenzy today. If the conditions are looking like it's a frenzy moment. I've had this once. So yeah, we're gonna do frenzy. We're gonna bring a very strong rod. I'm not gonna bring anything light. I'm gonna bring my really, really strong one. Oh man, I'm about to bring my kingfishing rod. Yeah, let's go check it. Wait, I'm not. Okay, do I want to bring my kingfishing rod? Maybe. Uh, I mean, it's gonna make the kahawai incredibly easy to catch. But from my experience, frenzies is nearly like every single cast. So a frenzy will literally destroy a light rod in like 4 fish. And if it's like a frenzy, I'm probably going to be expecting 10 plus. And yeah, it looks like we're finally ranging between 70 now. 70.10. So looks like the 2K's calories is finally doing a little bit of magic. Also, the gym's starting to smell really bad. It's like the sewage smells finally catching up to this place. I smelt a bit of it in the morning, but it's actually reaching this place again. I can definitely smell it. So we might have to abort this place tomorrow. We probably will anyways. Yo, my towel smells like, yo, someone put perfume in here. Yeah, no one, oh, that probably just got like multiple diseases. GG. I probably just got like 100 diseases on me. Whatever. I'm immune. But yeah, we're probably gonna do a hunting today then. By the time we leave, it would literally be like only 9. So I'm gonna have to delay the editing, but that's okay because we can still do Alpha 3 regime. Top priority, not really. None of it's really high priority, but mm. uh, it would really depend on the rod. I'm debating between I'm debating between you know I'm debating between we either use ultralight or my king fishing rod or my OG Shimano. Either three is fine. Technically, just bring all three. Why not, right? Maybe bring all three. Maybe. Really depends. The OG Shimano one's not bad, but the Kingfishing rod's definitely going to be a star in future hunting. When is sunrise anyways? Sunrise is at 6 or 6:40. So 6:30. Yeah, we got time. It'll take to set up a low fishing really only takes like less than 30 minutes. Yeah, all it takes is one spike. One. Either we take one rod or not. Probably just gonna take the king fishing rod. It's the easiest to really sort out. But it's not like we're gonna catch them to eat. We're really just catching them for sport at this point. We're not catching them for content. But we're gonna be catching them for content though. There's no law to it besides just catching these kahawai for the sakes of just killing. I already caught them though, but I've never actually recorded myself in a frenzy. But I have been in frenzies before. But never recorded myself in a frenzy. But I've actually been in frenzies before. But no one's gonna believe me if I don't. looks like we can finally use this thing again. It's been a while since we've done shrugs, considering that the other places never have this. Man, literally just wondering what route I'm gonna use. We're gonna go there, but I just don't know what to. I know I need to use. I know I'm gonna be using lures, blue lures. I just need to know what kind of. Do I want to go light? Do I want to go heavy? But also my Nick camera isn't. We'll only have a head cam, so the Nick cam won't even see the reel. Damn it, my mind's being in a conflict. It's in a conflict of either we go or we don't. Why do I want to go? Do I, like, what's the purpose? Is it purely just for content? What framework do you even get from doing that? Just catching a kawaii. But the head cams don't actually show. Fuck's sakes, I don't even know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go with a. Why am I having like a mental breakdown on what rail to choose? This fuck is too many options. Too many fucking options. Like what? There's so many choices. There's just too many choices. It's like what I want to use. Do I want to flex with the expensive one? Do I want to do I want to just go easy mode and use something heavy as hell? Do I want to go crazy and use something light as hell? Each has their own purposes. And that's crazy. So we're gonna do all this and not a single fish is gonna bite. Joking. The conditions are way too good for a fish not to bite. Early morning, early morning sunrise. River flows slow. Outgoing tide. The only thing is the wind, but the wind's helping us as well. So this is literally like checklist, checklist lure fishing. But the only thing that isn't checklist is what to bring. Do you think we just bring a whole bunch? So we are gonna go there. It's just literally literally just struggling to know what to bring because there's just far too many options. It's all messy. Okay, well, leisure. Appreciate it again. I will see you guys at the beach.
Sometimes it overheats. Oh, one more thing. 4 terabytes, 2.1 terabytes. Interesting.